it's finally happening. I was not able to make a video, but this is an emergency, so I really need to keep you guys posted, because Mr. Spot On is always on duty, regardless. Welcome to the Plaza Hotel, by the way, and it's still dark outside, as you can see. It's actually 6 a.m. here in New York, but we have very important business, but it doesn't mean I'm not gonna keep you guys covered when it comes to all the news and everything. So if you appreciate it, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Now let's just jump straight into this, because technically, if you look at Bitcoin, we just actually bounced off of this level right here, and technically also it looks quite nice on Ethereum. But we're gonna come back to the price action as to what I'm expecting, the reason why Ethereum is performing better than Bitcoin right now. There is a very good reason. So, and finally, it's happening. So if this happens as fast as we might anticipate, this is going to be finally what we've been looking for. So, and I'm going to also show you some of the new trades I've taken in this whole shit show of a market. So without any further ado, let's just jump straight into this. So first of all, let me give you the news as they are, because quite frankly, and I think in the previous video was a bit wrong in my anticipation for inflation. This is something I posted in Kralow Trading Club, so that the club was aware of it already like 24 hours ago. But nonetheless, so here we have CPI, the inflation came out. The forecast, the previous was 3.2, forecast was 3.1, but we came in at 3.3. So inflation is going up. This is bad. So normally this is something that actually took the markets much lower. That was one of the biggest catalysts in the previous bear market for Feds to actually, for Federal Reserve to hike rates and therefore to diminish the crypto industry. However, right now, the situation seems to be different, because back then we had Democrats. What we have now is Donald Trump, which is Republicans, and they have another approach completely and entirely. And this is what I've posted on Twitter, actually, that CPI jumped higher than expectations, market turned red, but it seems like the news time manipulation. And why? And this is so true if you think about it. In my honest opinion, I could be wrong, again, not financial advice, but Trump is pushing inflation higher. And yes, they have some ways of influencing this as well. I think that this could be another one of those manipulations to justify quantitative easing to weaken the dollar, because the dollar is incredibly strong. It's like, if you look at it at Dixie, it is still incredible. I mean, we've been correcting a little bit, but if you look at history, this is what we want to see. Here is where the dollar is at. So the dollar is too strong, and it's also affecting S&P 500. It's affecting everything. All the growth potential assets, they suffer from the dollar being too strong. So we want the dollar to actually start going down, and possibly, especially remember Trump said that, oh, we gotta reduce the interest rates. And now, to weaken the dollar, one of the easiest ways to do it is actually to do quantitative easing and actually reduce the interest rates. Yes, long term, it's gonna actually bring more inflation, but short term, it's gonna bring huge pump, because, and this is the old season possibly we've been looking forward to, but this is not the only good news. So we're gonna get into the juice. So initially I thought that climbing inflation is a bad thing, but right now, to be honest, for it to drop is a good thing. If it climbs, it's also a good thing, because Trump is gonna push for interest rate cuts and possibly even quantitative easing, which is extra liquidity into the market. So it's good stuff. And right now, other interesting news and just event, before I give you the biggest juice of this video, is CZ. He came out and he's starting to push BNB chain harder and harder. So BNB chain was caged for too long time to unleash. So, and they're also listing a lot of shitcoins. Binance is listing a lot of garbage. And usually when this happens is when the beginning of the old season starts, because they kind of know most of the time more than we do. So this is very good news, and to see that BNB chain is starting to become some steam as well, and CZ becoming active again. The next good news, which is still not the best news of this entire video, is Powell came out and he spoke, and he said that banks are serving crypto customers, and we don't want to get in the way of banks serving perfectly legal customers. So Federal Reserve also said that crypto is fine. They just confirmed it. And also Powell confirmed in his speech yesterday, I believe it was, that they will not be making a CBDC. So that's a huge victory. And this is great. I don't know why XRP isn't dumping that very much, because they were hoping for a CBDC, but that's a topic for another video. Now, getting to the juice of the entire juice of all the juice, before I show you my trades and before I move on to talking about the price targets, etc. Are we ready for it? This is what we've been all waiting for, guys and girls. 21 shares proposes staking for Ethereum ETFs. Yes, and for this particular reason, because remember what I told you, as soon as they integrate staking into Ethereum ETF, it's gonna outperform most things. So if you look at ETH, actually on this piece of news, we actually pumped really well. And you know what else pumped really well? Lido. So this is the staking protocol even Trump is using to stake his Ethereum, and the biggest TVL is on Lido. So Lido is still poised to do at least 5 to 10x in my opinion, not financial advice, but once this comes to fruition. But then question is, when is this gonna come to fruition? So here is the answer from ChatGPT actually. SEC review period. Upon acknowledgement of the filing, SEC has a maximum of 240 days to review and make a decision. Normally under criminal Gary Gensler, it would take us months and probably an entire year to introduce staking into the Ethereum ETF, because they would be stifling the whole process and trying to slow us down. But here in this instance, and Trump's administration, this is the benefit. I think that they're gonna do it this fast. I cannot promise you it's gonna be within the next 30 days, but it could be really fast. They will be making decisions here fast. So, and once this happens, I think that this is gonna be the whole ignition of the bull run, the whole ignition of the altcoin season. And certainly, if Trump, because of going up, the inflation is going up, if they're gonna cut interest rates more aggressively and start printing money again, this is the catalyst. This is the last shit that gives crypto a chance right now. So for this reason, I told you sometimes before, guys, that I'm not selling any of my spot, and I will never until we reach certain price targets. But when it comes to my futures trades, so here are my futures trades. We currently have 7 positions. So Lido, a bit smaller of a position, but already a small profit. Auction, which is more of a meme. ENA, this is infrastructurally important for Ethereum ecosystem as well. Ethereum itself, well, it was just in a profit, but now at break even. Okay, Pepe is still a big negative, so holding that. Jupiter for an obvious reason, and also Gala. So these are the trades I'm slowly starting to accumulate more and more of, because short-term volatility can be crazy. Like right now with everything, there is also these fears between Israel and Iran and America trying to intervene into this war. There is a lot of uncertainty right now, so you gotta be exceptionally careful about it. But when you're trading in a smart way with proper risk and money management, maybe you're part of Kralow Trading Club, whatever, link to it down in the description of this video, where you see all the trades the first, and there is also a copy trading feature. You can always minimize your exposure and risk, also if you trade actively, with reduced trade commissions. So before Avadex comes out, which is going to be cheaper than any centralized exchange, and also decentralized and safe and anonymous, what you can do is you can use Bybit. And with my exclusive link down in the description of this video to Bybit, first of all, you can claim up to $30,000 initial deposit bonuses. And the craziest part is that you can actually claim up to 42% discount on your trading fees, and also discount on debit card fees. So you can actually use your trading profits with a debit card. Bybit actually paid for Plaza Hotel using the Bybit's debit card, so why not? And most importantly, and remember, you get these bonuses only using my link down in the description of this video. Now, technically, when it comes to, for example, Ethereum, I'd hope that we would stay in the range of 2,500 to 2,700 with the expansion of 2,800 and then the closure above. But for this, we need a catalyst. Same thing like with the Trump coin. Yesterday, it has seen some small pump and a lot of volume, purchasing volume, but it still is looking quite weak. If you look at Bitcoin now, this is the daddy we should hope is actually gonna stay not lower than 94,000. So all we care about really technically when it comes to Bitcoin, and which is going to dictate the entire direction of the crypto market, of course, is going to be the breakage of this level of 97,000 per Bitcoin. And when it comes to ETH, yeah, we kind of broke out, and there was also a little tiny bit of volume. So we kind of want the continuation. But for us to see the continuation, we need to see the continuation of good news coming out. Good news, good news, good news, good news. Otherwise, it's going to be just a stable coin. Because right now, as I told you in some of my previous videos, the market is going to be fully news driven. So be careful. Use the discounts for Bybit to your advantages. Join Kralow Trading Club. Also link down in the description of this video. Avadex is coming. The big announcements are going to be coming probably in the next month or two. And check out this quick tutorial popping up on your screen as to how to trade Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies with proper risk and money management. You're going to learn a lot, and it's finally happening. Let's see if it happens fast. Cheers. Bye.